And we welcome you to Turner Field all season long. Atlanta Braves baseball on Fox Sports South, being presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the low price, every day. Folks making their way into the ballpark. It's the middle game of a 3-game set. Braves trying to make it 8 consecutive wins as they take on the Marlins. Hi, folks. Thanks for joining us. John Shambi alongside Joe Simpson. You ready to go, aren't you?
You bet I am.
Good pitching matchup tonight. We got Josh Johnson and Tim Hudson. The right-handers will square off. Skinny guy, big guy, both of them can throw. And this may be the Braves' toughest opposing pitcher they'll face the rest of the way.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. Josh Johnson has also been tough against the Atlanta Braves. 15-5 on the year, but the Braves did beat him the last time they saw him down at Landshark Stadium. He went into the 7th inning, but the Braves put some hits together and some key hits to put 3 runs on the board against him and led them to a victory. He's a hard-throwing right-hander, 6'7", 250. He may outweigh Tim Hudson by 80 pounds, but he's not 80 pounds better than Tim Hudson. He's a good pitcher, though, and by far the best pitcher, as you said, Boog, that the Braves will see this week.
So it'll be Josh Johnson going for Florida. Tim Hudson, meanwhile, getting the call for the Atlanta Braves. This is a big game, and Tim Hudson has big game experience.
This is a playoff game. I mean, if you think about it, the Braves won the first round. They went 6-0 on the road trip. Okay, that was the first round of the playoffs. This week is another round, and they got to keep winning. And Tim Hudson has been there and done that. He's been in the postseason with Oakland. In fact, he's pitched in 9 postseason games in his career with an ERA of 3.97. He knows what's on the line tonight. Nobody better to have out there than a grizzled veteran like Tim Hudson, who knows what it takes to win in big games.
7 shutout innings last night from Jair Jurgens. The Braves boast the best starter's ERA in the entire major leagues. So tonight here at Turner Field, the Braves trying to make it 8 consecutive wins and 16 of 18. It'll be Johnson and Hudson, and we'll have more from Atlanta after this. by AirTran Airways, by Aflac, by Verizon Wireless, by Carrabba's Italian Grill, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Yeah, this way. This way for a win. Marlins and Braves coming up from Turner Field as the fans make their way into the park, and everybody does. How can you not believe when the Braves have been so hot? 7 straight, 15 of 17, and the best mark in the National League since June 28th. Let's see if the Bats can get going at home. Josh Johnson, Tim Hudson, the Braves and the Marlins. Lineup's first pitch next. Marlins and the Braves, it's the middle game of a 3-game set. And Atlanta trying to make it 8 straight wins, and they're the up-to-the-minute wild card standings. The Braves 2 back. The Rockies will get going in about an hour and a half out there in Colorado. And from Denver's Coors Field, it's the Brewers and the Rocks. Chris Narveson, Jason Marquis. Narveson's actually pitched well. Marquis, who got off to a brilliant start, the former Brave, scuffling of late. And the Rockies just 6-8 in their last 14.
Narveson's a soft-tossing left-hander, and the Rockies have trouble with left-handed pitchers.
So we will keep you posted on the status of that game, and that's what the Braves are driving for, the National League wild card. Our Toyota starting lineups for Freddie Gonzalez and the Marlins, 5th in the league in runs per game, and the rookie star Chris Coghlan, last 11, red hot, then Maben, Ramirez, Cantu, Glode, Ugla, Baker, Carroll, and Josh Johnson on the mound. They will go up against the right-hander Tim Hudson, who goes for his 3rd win.
Strike one is a big key for Tim Hudson tonight when you're talking about his 4 pitching keys for success. He needs to get ahead of these guys, because when he does, he'll have fast innings. And he's only had 2 3-up and 3-down innings over his last 10, covering 2 starts. His split finger pitch has been an awesome pitch for him so far since he's come back. That will be a vital pitch for him tonight, too, once he does get ahead. Wind blowing in. Might be a little tough to hit one out to left tonight. Not blowing as hard as it did last night, but still breezy.
A little bit cooler than last night here at the ballpark as we are ready to go, and Chris Coghlan climbs in. Tim Hudson winds it up. First pitch of the game is outside for ball 1. Umpires tonight, Ed Rapuano, the veteran, has the plate. Paul Schreiber at first, Paul Noward at second, and the crew chief Joe West is down there at third. Hudson clips the corner, and the count even up 1-1.
Love Ed Rapuano behind the plate. Gives you a quick call. He's an excellent ball and strike umpire. And he's no nonsense.
Another strike, and it's 1-2. Chris Coghlan doing a great job getting on base, 385. We talked about how he leads the majors in hits since the All-Star break. And a line drive, one hop that eats up Prado, and that'll get into right field. We'll see how they score it, but the leadoff man aboard, it'll be a base hit.
And he just one-handed that too. Good job by Hudson to get ahead of him. Fooled him. But he still hit the ball hard. Went down and got that pitch. I don't know if there's anybody more excited about what's going on right now with the Braves and the way they're playing and can't wait to get to the ballpark than Martin Prado. Thoroughly enjoying it and his exuberance rubbing off on his teammates.
Coghlan back in. He swiped 7 of 11. So the Marlins get the leadoff man aboard. Hudson dealing with Cameron Maben, the center fielder.
Remember last night Freddie Gonzalez was bunting for an early run.
Not doing it this time, and Hudson fires home a strike. Freddie Gonzalez, of course, with Atlanta ties, coached under Bobby Cox. But he is a South Florida native and played in the Yankees organization professionally. High fly ball driven right center field. Diaz on the move. Matt racing, hauls it in. Good jump and a good grab by the Braves right fielder.
Terrific play because he was kind of watching Nate McLouth on this track in terms of him going to the ball, but he went to the perfect spot and the wind did push it back to him just a little bit. It was slicing away from Nate, and a good play by Matt.
Matty D turns in a fine play, and now 1 out, a man at first. It'll be Hanley Ramirez. No score, just getting started. And the National League's leading hitter at the plate with Coghlan at first. Strike one. Tim Hudson peppering the zone early on.
It's tough to run on too, Boog. He's quick to the plate. He'll employ a slide step once in a while, but even when he goes to his full leg kick, it's pretty rapid.
Hudson coming off a win against the Mets. 6 innings, 2 runs on 9 hits. Coghlan not going. And the count 1-1 on Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez, the All-Star starter this year at shortstop. And he has held that spot each of the last 2 seasons. Little slider missing away, now 2-1.
Tim's been awful good at Turner Field in his career since signing with the Braves. 29-18 record, a good ERA. 8-2 over the last 2 years, and that includes the time before he went on the DL with his elbow injury.
Last year, his final start of the season was in South Florida at then Dolphin Stadium. That was in July, and he made his first start of 2009 in South Florida at Landshark Stadium, same spot, September 1st. Tim's 2-1, little low.
That looked like the split.
Jorge Cantu would hit next.
Again, this guy Ramirez does not walk much. He'll be hacking if it's close.
Pulled off that one as he hacks, and it's 3-2.
Good 3-2 slide or 3-1 slider. Good spot.
Throwing it hard too. His sliders have been 85, 86. It's kind of in between a cutter and a slider. See what he goes with the count full. Coughlin goes, and the pitch inside for ball 4. So the Marlins with a threat here early on, and Hanley Ramirez will take his base. 2 aboard and 1 out for Jorge Cantu.
Braves have done a great job in recent days of scoring early and giving their starting pitching some room to work. The one thing that concerns you tonight with respect to Josh Johnson and how good he is falling behind early, because he's that kind of guy. You give him a lead, he's tough to beat.
Now it's Cantu, who's had a good solid year playing both corner infield positions. Ball 1 to the third baseman.
He's had good numbers against Tim Hudson in his career too. 5 for 11, and I think the reason they're good is because he doesn't try to pull Tim. He'll take him to right center.
That's in for a strike, and the count even up. Braves red hot, trying to make it 8 consecutive wins. Trying to track down the Colorado Rockies. Got him to pull off that pitch, 1-2.
You're right about that slider slash cutter. It's a good one here in the first inning.
I mean, his fastball tonight's been 91, and we've seen that pitch that he just threw at about 85, 86 with a little bit of tilt and a little bit of movement away from the righties. Towards right center field, Diaz comes in. Matt makes the grab. 2 down. Big out right there as he gets a good hitter. Has had some success against him. And with Cantu retired, it'll be Ross Glode to hit. Again, Nick Johnson battling the flu. Might be available to pinch hit. See Nick sitting next to Wes Helms. Ball 1 to Glode.
Tim's given up 35 hits and 30+ innings coming in tonight. But most of those to left-handers. Left-handers were hitting .315 against him. Right-handers .277, and already a hit to Coughlin tonight.
That's right there, 1-1.
Tim 6'1", 170. His opponent on the mound tonight, Josh Johnson, 6'7", 250.
Line drive slashed out of play.
Johnson's been battling the flu and didn't even fly up with the team Sunday night. They wanted to keep him quarantined, but feeling better.
So here we go, 1-2 with 2 aboard and 2 outs. Hudson trying to finish off Glode and the Marlins here in the top of the first. Fly ball center field. McLeod drifting back. He's got it. And that's the inning. Hudson pitches around the single and the walk into the half inning. Marlins nothing, and here come the Braves. top of the first. And the Braves will come up to hit here in the last half of inning number one. Toyota's starting lineups. Bobby Cox Group 6th in the NL in runs per game. McLeod and Prado in front of Chipper Jones, who's starting to pick up the pace. And you see the power, including a home run last night. McCann, Anderson, Escobar, LaRoche, and Diaz, plus Tim Hudson, the rest of the lineup. And they'll go up against this big righty.
How about when he starts for the Marlins? They're 21-10, but sub 500 when he doesn't start. He's been that good for them and keeps them in ball games. 25 years old, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 4th round pick in 2002.
Yeah, the first pitch to McLeod in there for a strike. Those numbers are interesting because the Marlins, up until a day or so ago, were right in the middle of the wild card race. So they essentially tread water for most of the year, and the reason that they're in it is because of this guy.
Yeah. Well, he's been steady, 15-5, 3.12 ERA. His 4 keys to success. Not likely that he will pitch deep in the ball game. 5 innings, 6 and 5 over his last 4 starts. They're very careful about his innings pitched right now, and he's got to swing away to help their offense. They've been shut out 2 nights in a row, and he's a good hitting pitcher.
Yeah, he's got 3 home runs. And they are monitoring his innings. Again, he missed part of last year recuperating from Tommy John surgery. So a pretty good chance their bullpen will be a factor. And he strikes out Nate McLeod right here to start the bottom half of inning number 1. Defensive backup Johnson will be Coughlin, Maben, and Carroll. Cantu, Ramirez, Ugla, and Glow third to first. And Johnson working with John Baker. And here is Martin Prado. 0 for 4 last night. It ended his 10-game hit streak. Had a good solid season.
Johnson's coming off a start where he lost to the Phillies but struck out 10 in 5 innings. Struck out 10 because it was a day game, the first game of a doubleheader that started at 4 o'clock. Impossible to see.
Down the right side, long run, Carroll.
And that's not to say he's not a strikeout pitcher, but the Braves should be able to get a pretty good look at him tonight. There's his last start. Got beat 9-3.
Good breaking ball right there, 1-2.
Most everything's hard though. Good fastball, and it's a real heavy ball with good sinking action to it. Here's the breaking ball right over the top. But he'll throw about 80% fastballs.
Working on 7 days rest, as he was supposed to start on Sunday because of the flu. Count even up. And Prado spoils that one.
You'd love to see the Braves have some extended at bats, making Johnson work just to see if he is a little weakened from the flu. Run up his pitch count.
Popped up, Ramirez going out, waves Coughlin off, and 2 up and 2 down.
One of the things to watch for on Johnson tonight with respect to his innings pitched and pitch count is that if he gets into the 4th or 5th inning and has a long inning, a 25 pitch inning, that's when they're likely to probably go to the bullpen because they just don't like him overextending himself this late in the season. And he's now pitched exactly 200 innings.
Chipper hacking first pitch at that home run last night. Had a couple of walks and a homer, and there are his career numbers against the big guy.
6 strikeouts mixed in there too.
Nasty pitch.
I mean, this guy's good. Came back from the DL last year after the Tommy John surgery, went 7-1 after he came back.
Broken bat liner. Ugla collects on a bounce from the grass. Got him. Close play at first. Chipper is out. And the Braves go 1-2-3. End of one at Turner Field. And there's no score. Williams. By Georgia Power. By your local Ford dealers. By Wendy's. By AT&T. And by the Georgia Lottery. Back here at Turner Field, John Shambi and Joe Simpson. No score. We go to the second. It'll be Ugla, Baker, and Carroll for the Marlins. Braves with a big win last night. Jurgen 7 shutout innings, and Atlanta making it 7 in a row, and the Braves have won 15 of 17. Tim Hudson gave up a hit and a walk in the first and now deals with Ugla. And ball 1 to the second baseman. Dan Ugla is third consecutive year of 30 or more homers.
Yeah, a sizzling double last night, his last time up, but he is stumbling to the finish line. Just 5 for his last 36.
Tim back to work. And a liner to right center field. Diaz on the move. And that'll take a bounce and hop off the wall as McLeod collects it, and Ugla into second.
But the pitch up and out over the plate and kind of came back, and it was up. He likes the ball up. Good high ball hitter. Tim able to pitch around a leadoff hit in the first, but now it's a leadoff double. Marlins have been shut out in back-to-back games.
And now the catcher, John Baker. Baker shares the catching spot with Ronnie Paulino. Tim Hudson making his 6th start since coming back from Tommy John surgery.
"22 straight innings the Marlins have gone without scoring."
And Hudson falls behind the catcher. First pitch strikes will be a key. He's thrown Just 2 of 7 so far tonight. And fires one in there to Baker. Yeah, this Marlins offense has slowed down. 5th in the league in runs per game, but they're without Cody Ross. He's out. He's got that bad wrist.
And Hermida out as well.
Just missed with that one. Now 3-1.
He threw Hanley Ramirez a 3-1 cutter or slider last inning for a strike. I don't think he'll give in to Baker here, given that he's got the bottom part of the order coming up behind him, Carroll, and then the pitcher, who's a good hitting pitcher.
Center field, McLouth will play it on a bounce. And a single puts runners at first and third. No score here in the second. Folks, choose any 2 of the remaining 5 games tomorrow through Sunday and get 2 tickets to each game in the field or terrace level for 50% off. Plus, get a free Braves cap foam tomahawk game program and the opportunity to purchase postseason tickets, all for $80. 404-577-9100. Do it now and get to Turner Field to support your Braves.
Yeah, absolutely. Need more people out here. Guys are busting their rears to try to get into the postseason and playing great baseball, and be nice to have a few more fannies in the seats.
I know Chipper's been urging the fans to come out. Tim Hudson love a ground ball right at somebody. Brett Carroll again to start in right field. We told you Cody Ross is out. He was hit Saturday night by a pitch from John Maine, hit on his left wrist. Chance he may miss the rest of the year. No Hermida. Right field will be an interesting spot for them next year. We'll see if one of their top prospects, Mike Stanton, is able to make the team at a spring training.
He's a pretty good pitch. Sinker down and in. Tried to go back to the same place, but Carroll didn't offer it that one. The Marlins, over the last 2 games, including tonight, just 2 for their last 21 with runners in scoring position.
And a foul tip held on to by McCann, 1-2. Now, when Tim's right, he gets those ground balls. He could use one right here.
Or a strikeout.
Now the 1-2. Got him swinging.
Oh, nice.
Big out right there, 1 away.
You see Brian, after he gave him the sign and wanted it away, and then he kind of gave him a move with his glove. Watch his glove. See, like he wants it off the plate a little bit, and it was just a perfect spot from Tim for the strikeout. Exactly where Brian wanted it.
Good hitting pitcher right here in Josh Johnson, as we talked about. He was showing bunt. See if he goes through with it. Squaring here, and he missed it. I guess the thing that's in Freddie Gonzalez's mind is the only thing he doesn't want to happen is a double play. He wants Coghlan to have a chance.
Exactly. I don't blame him at all to get Coghlan up there with a chance to swing the bat. I don't know if the Braves would pitch to Coghlan.
A little bit low. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Work to Maben, make him be the guy. It's easy to throw a low pitch to this guy. His knees are very high.
Cameron Maben in the hole. Bunted off the plate, and that one rolls foul. So Johnson not able to get it down. We'll see if they have him bunt again with a count 1-2. Chris Coughlin again in the on-deck circle as McCann and Hudson have a quick chat.
Well, again, this guy can hit, and he's got great power. 3 homers this year, including one against the Braves to straightaway center down in Florida off of Kawakami.
Johnson wants Porter to go through the signs again. Bo Porter, their third base coach. Andy Fox coaches at first. And the big guy climbs back in. We'll see what they elect to do with the count 1-2. He showed bunt briefly. And a line drive and a base hit out of right center field. 1 run's going to score as Diaz knocks it down. Baker, they're going to send him. Yunel Escobar, throw to the plate, tag, out at the plate. McCann put the tag on him. And Escobar gunned him down at the dish, and Freddie Gonzalez doesn't like the call from Ed Rapuano.
The ball and the player arrived at home plate at the same time. What a throw by Escobar. And they let Johnson swing away, and again, what's he do? He comes through with a hit. Great play by Diaz to keep this ball from getting to the gap, but he couldn't come up with it cleanly. Keep in mind, Baker's a catcher, not their fastest runner. But the throw right on the money from Yunel. Got him on the leg. Good call by Ed Rapuano, right on top of it. Just caught him on the back pocket.
So 2 down now. And that bouncer to the right side. That will end the inning. Marlins pick up a run. Coming up, we're going to speak with Tim Hudson's better half, Kim Hudson, about their honky-tonk weekend. Leaded 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. John Shelby and Joe Simpson. And Tim Hudson making his 6th start of the season, coming back from Tommy John surgery. And coming up, the Hudson Family Foundation will be putting on the Honky Tonk Benefit Weekend, including a huge concert and the Country Music Spectacular with Blake Shelton and Josh Grayson. And the foundation committed to assisting children and families with regard to specific physical, emotional, and financial needs. We're joined up here in the booth by Kim Hudson. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Excited about the weekend. That's a great concert.
It's exciting. It's going to be a blast, and we're very excited about getting started, and we've been planning for a long time, so it's we're ready. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be at the amphitheater?
It is.
In Peachtree City?
Down in Peachtree City. It's a great little venue, like Chastain in Atlanta, about 2,400 people. So it's a very intimate little venue. It's going to be loud and fun and
good
party. Yeah.
and bring your boots. Wear your boots. And
you have to wear a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, whatever you got, cowboy.
Okay.
Tell us about putting this event together. It's the first time you've done this. I mean, you guys have been active doing all sorts of stuff with the Hudson Family Foundation, but how'd you come up with the idea for a concert?
You know, it's in this economy, we totally understand that, you know, people are struggling, and it's, you know, sometimes it's hard to come up with money to pay your own bills, let alone discretionary money for charity work. But so we were trying to come up with an idea that was going to be fun and people would get a lot of bang for their buck. So, you know, you buy a ticket and you're helping children in need in this area, but also you're going to have a great time. So.
It's kind of nice, too, if people go to Ticketmaster and buy a ticket, even if they can't go because of the proceeds and how they help people. Absolutely.
We have something in place where if you like to go to Ticketmaster or call our foundation and buy a ticket, however you want to do it, you can. We will make sure that a child goes to the concert that maybe otherwise wouldn't be able to go. Anyway, we have lots of kids that we know that would love to go. So, yeah, we have that in place also.
Brian McCann down on strikes. As far as proceeds and the Hudson Family Foundation, talk a little bit about it just in general, the type of stuff you guys do.
We donate it to other 501c3s here in Georgia and Alabama. We've been working locally a lot in Georgia because that's where we are now. We give to other charities who benefit children, but we also give individually to families who we know are in need that we learn of through Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and different avenues that way. We're helping with some families' prescription medicines for a little girl who has cancer now. We've helped to rent a house in Noonan for a family who's been devastated by an illness of a child. So we like to get out there and learn and meet people on a daily basis and an individual basis. And I don't believe in writing a check and saying good luck. You know, we stay involved. So that's what we hoped would happen when we started it, and that's what's happened.
And for folks who don't know, baseball has an award, the Roberto Clemente Award for work outside the field, off the field community service, and Tim's been the nominee again this year for the Braves. But let me just say that this is a team award for the Clemente Award this year. It's not just Tim, it's also Kim, and the work they do combined off the field is so admirable, and it didn't just start with this foundation.
Well, thank you so much. I just feel like baseball is such a blessing and a platform to be able to get out and do things like that. And I'm so proud of Tim for the things that he does, and I'm good at making the plans and keeping the calendar, and he's good at showing up and being joyful when he goes. So it is a good team effort. But we have a thing going on now. I'm not afraid to make Tim, sign till his arm falls off sometimes, but. I do want to say this, that if you buy 4 tickets to the concert tonight or any time before tomorrow night at midnight, Wednesday night at midnight, we will personally send you, I'm going to stuff them in the envelopes, a signed autographed picture of Tim. So you'll get 4 tickets to the concert, a great time, benefiting the foundation, plus an autographed picture of Tim.
So that's by midnight tomorrow night?
Midnight tomorrow night, absolutely.
4 tickets. There you go, the 20th and 21st. The Honky Tonk Benefit Weekend. The concert's on the 21st.
It is.
At the Coliseum in Peachtree City, and you got Blake Shelton and Josh Grayson will be playing there, so it should be a lot of fun.
I just want to make sure you didn't make him sign like all night last night. He needed his rest today.
I give him 1 day out of 5.
Okay.
To have a break, and then after that, it's business as usual.
Mm-hmm. 2 down, a man aboard as the Braves come up with their first hit against Johnson and Escobar first.
On the baseball side of things, you're showing us your thumb from his last start where you've got a hole in your thumb from either pinching yourself
game.
or
it was
biting.
a Mets game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell him, there's no need to get bases loaded every inning. It's just not necessary. Because you're going to be up there bleeding underneath the table. I know you. It doesn't get any easier. I'm so proud of him, and I know he's capable of doing it, but every game it's nerve-wracking.
Always?
Yeah, always. Unless my kids are running around circles around me, and then you have a distraction. But when you're here at the game and you have to watch, always.
What was the first start back in Florida like to watch?
Oh, my gosh. It was tough, especially with the 3-hour rain delay, and I had a 9 o'clock meeting in Atlanta Wednesday morning, so I didn't go to bed. So I was gearing myself up for the game and for an all-nighter and for lots of stuff.
Munell safe at second.
It was good. Me and 500 of my closest friends watched that game.
Oh, my goodness.
You know it.
It was an electric atmosphere there
It
that
was,
night, wasn't
let
it?
me tell you.
But you know what he went through to get back as we watch you now swipe his 5th base of the year. You know how much hard work goes into the rehab?
Yeah.
Probably as much as the individual does himself who's going through it. So quite a reward coming back.
It is, and it was. I mean, I just love, you know, God's timing and the way that it all happened, and how, you know, it was right here at this playoff push, and he worked his tail off to get to where he is, and now this is what he does. He's such a bulldog, and being able to get here and having 7 starts, you know, in the month of September, and, you know, 3 days in October. Is, you know, the timing just really lined up, and so I'm proud of him. He wasn't always, you know, real happy doing it, but he did it, and you know, it paid off for sure.
Just saw him put his helmet on over there. Let's go
Oh
back a
my
couple
gosh.
of starts when he hit the homer. What were you doing
He's
when he hit the
hard
homer?
I was at a benefit. I was actually at a charity event, and my phone just started beeping like I was getting all these texts, and I thought he's been hit by a line drive. You know, I knew it was something bad, and I started flipping through frantically, and I saw a home run, awesome, and I thought, what? And then my children come running up, Daddy hit a home run! And I said, what? And he did. Believe it or not, miracles happen.
Kim, thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Kim Hudson, the Hudson Family Foundation, putting on the first annual Hudson's Honky Tonk Benefit Weekend. Top of the third, Tim Hudson back to work. Maben, Ramirez, and Cantu as the Marlins lead 1-0. Yeah, the first one in there to Cameron Maben, who flied to right his first time up. Cameron Maben, the Marlins' #1 prospect coming into the year, according to Baseball America. Began the year as their center fielder, struggled, and they sent him down on May 10th.
And Tim quickly ahead, something he wasn't able to do against the leadoff man the last 2 innings.
Tim now at 40 pitches. A quickie here in the third would work nicely. Maben awaits the 0-2. Broken bat and a line drive and a base hit. Got just enough of it. So the leadoff man aboard, and here in the third, it's the VCast Music with Rhapsody. Know Your Music inning from Verizon Wireless. What Braves player listens to Rascal Flatts on his wireless phone. Stick around, we'll tell you in the bottom of the third.
I love Rascal Flatts. Gave up a base hit to Coughlin leading off the first after he got ahead of him with 2 strikes and ahead of Maben 1 and 2. And he gets a base hit. Braves have been behind just a couple of times during this good stretch and during this winning streak by a run to the Mets up in New York, by 2 runs to the Nationals after back-to-back homers by Zimmerman and Willingham on Sunday. But the Braves have climbed back.
Yeah, I think that the feeling and the state of this team right now, so confident, keep it close and eventually we'll get them. That's sort of the mindset.
Sunday that was against Livan Hernandez. They were able to knock him around, and I believe that deficit in New York was Nelson Figueroa. It was not Josh Johnson.
Runner goes, throw to second, tag, got him. Tagged him on the backside, but got him before the hand touched the base. And McCann, a big play.
Watch this break, though, by Maben, Boog. It's almost like he took 2 or 3 steps in place. His knees were moving up and down, but he wasn't going anywhere. Watch this. He finally got out over his feet a little bit, but he was kind of up and down when he first took off, and the tag right on the backside before he got to the base. Good throw by Brian. Good call by Paul Nauert.
So 1 away. And a good slider for a strike. Hudson ahead of Ramirez, 1 and 2. Check swing, did he go? You bet. A strikeout as Paul Schreiber rings him up, and there's 2 gone.
And Rapuano looking at the Braves dugout like, I saw it. I saw it. When everybody was yelling check. Yes, he did. And yes, he did. Got tied up but couldn't stop the swing.
Ball 1 to Jorge Cantu. Cantu flied to right. And that was in the first. You know what I like about this time of the year? It's not just the players and the fans and the broadcasters that are fired up. The umpires are too. Check out second inning. Baker gets gunned down at the plate. Watch Rapuana. Not just a little call. Yeah! Steps into it.
Stepped right into it. But you like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is not just any time of year. There's not just a routine game in May. This is playoff stuff here.
Late September. Let's go. He's not bringing the little Ken Kaiser.
Yeah, no. He's not giving any Tim McClellan.
Got him.
Yeah, he's out.
Good pitch, running down and away, 2 and 2.
Ed Rapuano reminds me of Steve Palermo when he was in his prime before his career was cut short, about his enthusiasm for the game and what he brings to the game every night.
Fans want the strikeout. Here we go.
Yes, we do. Tim Hudson has a remarkable record. If you give him a 3-run lead, he is 106 and 2 in his career.
Now the 2-2. We've seen the full repertoire of pitches from Hudson. He has that good sinker. Goes with the splitter as well.
I haven't seen the split that much, though. Have you? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
No, it's really been sinker and cutter or slider tonight. And there's the cutter slider. Gets the strikeout. Tim Hudson sharp in the third. We're midway in inning number 3 and the Marlins lead. Johnson show 2 scoreless innings, and he has knocked in the only run of the game. Tim Hudson's already given up 5 hits. It looked a little better in the top of the third. It'll be Diaz, Hudson, and McLouth against the big guy.
Defense stepping up for Tim tonight. Good relay, especially by Escobar to gun down a runner at the plate. And then a good throw by McCann to catch a base stealer.
6 feet 7 inches tall, Josh Johnson. .94 with that heater.
Nice and easy too. Doesn't have to really overthrow.
I think Baker just got crossed up.
Almost broke his hand too in the process. He's looking slider, thinking it's going to break, and he's very fortunate that that hit part of the glove and not his wrist.
Oh, that's scary. That's what happened. What he's doing right there is putting chalk in his fingers so that Johnson can see the signs. There's nobody on base, so there's no reason to get crossed up. But Johnson's obviously having difficulty seeing his fingers. And this is a park where guys do have some trouble seeing the catcher signs.
Always have. No outfield lights. Nothing to illuminate from behind the pitcher toward home plate.
See some guys put tape on their fingers. Other guys will actually kind of use liquid paper whiteout as nail polish and put it on their fingertips. Inside, and Diaz has run the count full 3-2.
Base hit, ball 4. Get the leadoff guy on. Let the pitcher bunt him over.
3-2 to Diaz. And ball 4. So a good at bat from Matt. And the leadoff man on base. Tim Hudson will come up to bunt.
And it doesn't seem like a whole lot. I mean, we're in the 4th inning, and the leadoff guy gets on. That's a big deal. But it's like John Smoltz said many years ago, when you get to playoff time, a walk is a rally. I mean, that sets the tone for a whole inning. And we're not in the playoffs, but we're the next best thing right here for the Braves trying to get in. And a walk is the start of a rally many times.
Bunted to first. It's a good one. Glowed over to Ugla, and Tim gets the bunt down. So Hudson does the job, and with 1 out, a man in scoring position before McLeod hits. The VCast music with Rhapsody. Know your music getting from Verizon Wireless. We asked you earlier who listens to Rascal Flatts on his wireless phone.
Go on David Ross on that one.
Dave Brundage.
All right.
Like it.
Dave up at the club now. Did a great job managing at Gwinnett this year. It's to finish up the season in the dugout with Atlanta.
Ball 1 to Nate McLeod, who's been having a tough time on base last night 3 times. 3 walks and knocked in a run with a bases loaded walk, but still last 10 games hitting just 119.
Yeah, 5 for his last 43. He laid off that first high fastball, which is where Johnson missed to Matt Diaz. So that was a good sign, because sometimes Nate, when he's scuffling, he has a tendency to chase that fastball above the letters.
Three straight out of the zone.
All of a sudden he's overthrowing. 11 walks issued by Marlins pitchers last night. Don't know if I've ever seen that in a game.
And a strike to McLeod. Well, the Marlins people were joking last night that Sanchez was 1 away from the team record, which was set in a no-hitter. A.J. Burnett's no-hitter back in 2001, I believe it was, against the Padres. Walked 9. Johnson ready, and a 3-1 will not be made.
Well, he was also 1 inning away from a quality start.
Yeah.
Even with his 8 walks.
And the Braves just did not take advantage. I mean, he should have been bounced out of that game long before 5. Outside corner. I'm not sure what he went with there.
It was almost like a cutter. It was 88. I don't know that that was a strike. I don't know that it ever got there.
Got something to hit there, 94. And it remains 3-2 on the Braves leadoff man.
Yeah, I don't know what that 3-1 pitch was.
Diaz the tying run in scoring position. And it hit him. So McLeod will take his base. And 2 aboard with 1 out.
I think it missed the shin guard too. Oh yeah, it did. Oh my. Remember, Nate fouled a ball off his upper right leg in Washington the other day. That right leg is taking a beating.
I think we got to get him a bigger shin guard.
Yes.
One out, runners at first and second, and Prado at the plate. Popped to short his first time. Out to short, could be two. There's one, and there's two. Martin Prado's struggles against Josh Johnson continue. Now 1 for 14 in his career against the righty. End of 3 and the Marlins lead. The fourth. Folks, tomorrow on Sports Out, the Braves push for the postseason continues. We'll be right here as your Braves take on the Marlins live from Turner Field, available in sparkling high definition. Coverage starts 6:30. Fred Hickman, Brian Jordan, Jerome Jurinovich on Braves Live. And that game will be on Sports South. First offering to Glode in for a strike. Tim Hudson, through first pitch strikes to 2 of the first 7 hitters. He has now done it to 6 of the last 7. So he is finding the range now. A rare curveball, maybe the first we've seen tonight from him.
I think he got a little bit angry in the 3rd inning after that base hit by Maben when he was ahead in the count. The 3rd hit out of 5 he's allowed when he was ahead.
LaRoche will do it himself. 4th inning means it's time to go swimming with the ducks. You ready?
Ready.
Aflac trivia question. Who's the only right-handed pitcher with more wins than Tim Hudson this decade?
Jack Morris. Probably not.
Mark Burley.
Left-handed.
Johnny Damon. Got to be Roy Halladay, doesn't it? High in the air, left field. Gone. Dan Uggla all over one. He has doubled and scored and now homered his 31st. 2-0.
4th homer of the year against Atlanta and his 13th RBI.
A towering home run for Uggla.
High pitch again. Remember, we talked about how he is a good high ball hitter. And this was a no-doubter. An extra run for Josh Johnson to work with.
Nobody on this Marlins roster had ever hit a home run against Hudson before.
I would say he's not stumbling to the finish line anymore.
Broken bat roller right side. Hudson gets out of the way. Bat heading for his ankles, 2 down. So Hudson's given up 2 runs on 6 hits. And so far the Braves being shut down by Josh Johnson. Brett Carroll stands in with 2 gone and the bases cleared. Carroll struck out swinging his first time. Same 2 teams tomorrow night on Sports South. Javier Vasquez and Ricky Nolasco. And Braves live at 6:30.
Javi's been outstanding, and the Braves have had good luck against Nolasco the last couple of years. But first things first here tonight.
Airtran pitching matchup. Nolasco 12-9 and Vasquez 15-9. Big difference in the ERAs though. Hudson walks Carroll, so it brings up the pitcher. And that is not what Tim wanted to do there. A little bit low.
This guy just looks like a hitter standing up there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter, wears a protective guard on his right elbow.
Tim falling behind. This will be pitch number 65 from Hudson. That's right there.
Saw Johnson tee off on a fastball. Looked like they were trying to run the ball in on him after they got ahead when he couldn't get the bunt down, but he laced a double.
On the corner.
Here's that pitch again. And it was out over the plate. Good relay. And the throw and the runner got it there at the same time. Good tag by Brian McCann to just nip him. I know he's been over there a little bit, but that's not high to Josh Johnson.
Right there, got him looking. And Johnson down on strikes. Hudson has struck out 4 here tonight. But the damage done as Ugla goes yard. don't I get shown stuff?
You're not involved. I'll bring you in when I'm ready.
Two zip as we go to the bottom of the fourth. On a cool night here at Turner Field. And the Marlins on top. Fans choose any two of the remaining 5 games tomorrow through Sunday and get 2 tickets to each game in the Fielder Terrace level for 50% off. Plus, get a free Braves cap, a foam tomahawk, a game program, and the opportunity to purchase postseason tickets, all for $80. 404-577-9100. Call them now and get to Turner Field to support your Braves.
Yeah, they got the chop and the chant going right now. Just think if you were here. Chipper leading off, get things going, crank it up.
Detroit leading Minnesota 3-0, top of the 5th at Comerica. Twins won the opener of that doubleheader, and so the Tigers' lead in the American League Central is down to 1. The game we'll be focused on tonight, about 20 minutes away. The Rockies and the Brewers, Marquis and Narveson, the scheduled starters.
Some command issues the last inning plus for Josh Johnson. Hasn't thrown many pitches, just 47, but quite a few of those were last inning when he walked Diaz and later hit McLeod.
I don't think Chipper enjoyed that call from Ed Rapuano. 2-2.
Ball appeared to be running away, and I don't blame him, especially the way Baker caught it. Comes on that one. We were talking about Baker when we were in Florida, Boog, about how he does not receive the ball well. He kind of stabs at it, but I'd say he's improved that since we last saw him.
See, he's got the tape on his fingers. 96. Ball 4. So the leadoff man aboard for the second straight inning. A walk to Chipper. Freddie Gonzalez looking on. He watched a lot of that last night. 11 walks by Marlins pitchers. And now it's Brian McCann.
Marlins put the shift on for him with Cantu going from third over to the first base side of second. That's Cantu right there.
You're a little out of practice with the telestrator.
Telestrator's not following my lead like I'd like for it to.
Okay. McCann, without a lot of success against Johnson, does have a homer.
Andy Fox came out and asked Hanley Ramirez to move over towards second. He took 1 step, and then his manager told him to move some more, so he took 2. I would say that this is what's frustrating about the last out of the last inning for the Braves. After walking Diaz and hitting McLeod, Prado hit the first pitch. He didn't give Johnson a chance to really get in trouble again and hit that first pitch into an inning-ending double play.
Oh, Bryant got something good to hit and just couldn't catch up. Good fastball.
95, I'll say. Put a good swing on it, though.
Usually does.
Yep.
Beautiful swing. Chipper Jones at first. The Braves down 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Josh Johnson, his season winding down. We told you he's supposed to start Sunday because of the flu. Was bumped back until tonight. And so the right-hander makes his 32nd start of the year. And they're watching his innings closely. Rip and fair. Chipper around second, on his way to third. McCann will stop at first. And they're at the corners.
Boy, he had some aggressive swings. He got the pitch count in his favor, and then he didn't miss the next one. Hooked it down the line, and actually a good play by Brett Carroll to hold him to a single. This one was headed to the corner, but look at Carroll race over there, keep it from getting to the corner, and Bryan had to hold it first. That was an excellent play by the Marlins right fielder. Braves are in business.
Ryan McCann going in, getting a drink of water, just saying hi to everybody. You know what would be great? We got to get him to put on some running glasses. Some real, like, flashy running glasses. Like silver, aerodynamic, Lance Armstrong running glasses.
You're saying Bolt type?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to talk him into that.
Probably not. Again, with respect to the innings pitched lately, his last 4 starts all this month. 5 innings, 5 innings, 6 innings, 5 innings for Johnson. The highest pitch count was 100 in that 6-inning affair.
That's there for Garrett Anderson. Strike 1. Johnson in the second half has slowed down a little bit. Brilliant in the first half, but his ERA has gone up a full run. And there's that play that everybody loves.
They don't really expect Brian McCann to be running here. I think it was just a problem getting together with Baker on the sign, so that was a way of doing, basically stepping off the rubber.
Anderson hits it to center. Maben, late start, racing in, makes the grab. Chipper tagging, and he'll score. Make him make a play, and he couldn't. And the Braves are on the board. 2-1.
I know Maben made the catch, but he really had to extend himself to catch it. Look how deep he's playing. I noticed when McCann was up there, he was not that far from the warning track. So he had a long way to go to come in and make that catch, and then was a little off balance trying to get his feet set to cut loose the throw, and it was off the mark.
Joe, if he's even that deep where he caught that ball, there has to be a play at the plate there.
Has to be.
I mean, he's got to have a strong enough and accurate enough throw where Chipper should be sliding in that spot. I mean, that was no play.
But what I'm saying is that he's running so hard in to try to catch that ball that sometimes it throws off your fundamentals in terms of how you're throwing. You're actually way out over your front foot and not very accurate as a result.
Gotcha.
Racing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the crow hop took him several steps to get ready to throw, and then he stepped the wrong way too. He stepped behind himself.
Braves showing some patience here in the bottom of the 4th. Johnson coming in 53 walks in 199 1/3.
2-1 slider. I'd say that he wasn't all that confident, or hasn't been all of a sudden that confident in his fastball, especially on 2-0 and 3-1 counts. So a good pitch by Johnson. All year long, a tough out in this situation.
Center field, Maben. He's got it. And McCann back to first. So 2 down, and our Aflac trivia question: who's the only right-handed pitcher with more wins than Tim Hudson this decade? I say Roy Halladay.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Aflac.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Is that from Cats?
I don't know. Just kind of made it up.
Oh. You are so tough here.
Yeah, right now.
In September.
I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the way how over the course of the year, there he is singing. I like how over the course of the year you've gotten so humble. I'm very amused at that shot.
I know.
Had a little bit of that boob bobblehead doll look.
That's right. They're still making that thing. Ball and no strikes to LaRoche. And a little bouncer to the right side. Ugla throws him out, and that's the inning. But the Braves cash in the leadoff walk. End of 4. It's a 2-1 game. Braves on Fox Sports South are brought to you in part by Sherwin-Williams, by Georgia Power, by your local Ford dealers, by Wendy's, by AT&T, and by the Georgia Lottery. Back in Atlanta, 2-1 game. We go to the 5th with the Marlins leading. And top of the order as Chris Coghlan stands in. 1 for 2 with a single. Ball 1 to the leadoff man.
Braves put some pressure on Johnson. Got a run back. Tim needs to have his first 1-2-3 inning right here.
Chris Coghlan with that single in the first inning. He has 104 post All-Star break hits. That is the most hits after the break for a rookie since 2001 and a guy named Ichiro Suzuki.
who had played 10 years in Japan before he came over. Rookie, my foot.
Slicing fly ball down the line, and that one out of play. Look, Grumposaurus.
Yeah.
My point would be, if you have more hits than Ichiro Suzuki in any second half, it's impressive, whether rookie's in front of it or not.
No question. And it's not that I'm upset with you or your number that you just brought up, Mr. Sensitivity. It's that any player who comes from Japan, who's been playing over there forever, is not a Rookie of the Year candidate in my book.
Okay, but you don't get to make the book.
I know. Phone hadn't rung.
Two fouled off.
Here's something else. Check this out. He leads the majors with the most hits this month. He's got 43 this month. The last National League rookie with more than 43 hits in September was 1946. Eddie Waitkus of the Cubs, who had 45. Oh, good try.
Just missed.
Waitkus, I believe, was the guy that the movie The Natural was patterned after.
Yep. We were just talking about that the other day. You and I. The 3-2 inside ball 4. Chris Coughlin's gotten a lot of attention for Rookie of the Year. Saturday was Chris Coughlin T-shirt night at Landshark Stadium. So Coughlin comes out, but his teammates come out in the T-shirts, and he's the only one with his BP top on. And here's Hanley, NL Rookie of the Year, like me, it said in parentheses. And he's stretching, and he's the only one. Oh, that's a good gag right
wonderful. There. But another leadoff man on, and it's by walk. So Tim, who has worked out of the stretch virtually all night, is in the stretch again. Braves do have some action in the bullpen. Medlin and Kawakami.
Tim about to throw pitch number 78. May have been 1 out of 2, and he's been caught stealing. Ooh.
That even caused a pause from Brian McCann on his throw back to the mound. Had the plate. A little low, I suppose.
High in the air, left center field. McLeod racing back. Nate on the move, and it's gone. Cameron Maben, a 2-run homer, and that hurts. It's 4-1 here in the 5th.
It's not the home run that really hurts. It's the walk that preceded it. And that one stayed up again. He's been hurt tonight on pitches that stayed up. That was supposed to be that cutter, and it didn't go anywhere.
So Tim Hudson, who in his career has been brilliant at not allowing home runs, giving up some hard hit balls here tonight.
All up. Got to regroup here. Like starting the inning over, nobody out. Can't lose your focus and dwell on the pitch. You got to go to the next guy.
Here's a 1-2. Tim Hudson last year in 142 innings gave up 1 homer. And this season, including tonight, in 34 1/3, he's given up 4. 11, I beg your pardon, last year. He's gotten Hanley twice, 1 away.
Good comeback there. Yeah, the previous 2 homers he gave up, I believe, were to Ryan Howard in 1 game. Tonight, the first homers he's allowed to a right-handed hitter.
Just about to get started in Colorado, and the Rockies and the Brewers with game 1 of their 3-game series. Chris Narveson for the visitors and Jason Marquis for the home side, the former Brave. That's an interesting stat. Jason Marquis has gone to the postseason every year of his big league career.
A good luck charm, I guess.
Guess so. And 2 0 for 2. And pitch number 88. Pitcher spot due up second in the 5th. So this likely the last we'll see of Tim Hudson.
Yeah, he needs to come back and finish up this inning in good fashion, though.
In the hole, Escobar long throw, and 2 away. Udell showing off that good throwing arm.
Made it look easy. Nice backhanded play, and keeping his feet planted, able to make a strong throw.
So Hudson bounces back and gets the next 2 after allowing the homer. And it's Ross Gload who's flied out and grounded out. Good splitter right there. Braves will have Vasquez tomorrow night against Nolasco. And we'll be on Sports South. Tim's 0-2. Loved by Hudson. Nice play. And that's the inning. But the big hit in the frame, Cameron Maben, his 4th home run of the season. He takes Hudson deep, and it's a 4-1 game. The Atlanta Braves on Fox Sports South are brought to you in part by Texaco, by AirTran Airways, by Verizon Wireless, by Blimpie, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by Geico. Back here at Turner Field as we go to the bottom of the fifth. And it looks like the night is over for Tim Hudson, giving up 4 runs on 7 hits. It'll be Diaz to start it off against Josh Johnson.
See if he's able to come out now with a 3-run lead and be a little more aggressive in the strike zone. Matt had a good at bat when he drew that walk his first time up.
Blew him away right there, 1 down. Time now for a money and energy saving bright idea from Georgia Power. Caulk and weather strip around windows and doors to save money and energy. Go to GeorgiaPower.com for more energy saving tips. Georgia Power, a Southern company. Greg Norton hitting for Tim Hudson. So Huddy done after 5 and gives up the 2 homers. Tough season for Greg Norton. Sure, Tim Hudson a little frustrated. The command wasn't what he had hoped early on. And he used 93 pitches through 5.
Just had trouble getting the ball down. And got ahead of some hitters and gave up hits on 0-2 and 1-2 counts.
Norton bounces it foul. It's been a tough year for Greg Norton. A stint on the DL, but overall 135. As a left-handed hitter from this side, he is 6 for 60.
Do some good right here, though, just by getting on base and getting something started. Top of the order.
No swing.
Got away with one there.
Yep. That'll do.
You know, it's funny. Every time he gets to a 3-1, 3-2 count, he has a hard time locating his fastball. He's been missing up and away all night. Something going for the top of the order, indeed. And let's see if Nate can add to it. Love to see some guys get on in front of Chipper, who's had some good hacks at Johnson tonight.
Plouffe gets a piece of that. Nate on base 3 times last night, hit by a pitch tonight. Need him to be selective right here. Johnson's at 73 pitches. And a good eye. We talked about Josh Johnson and possibility of maybe them, slowing it down, etc. He does have a $25,000 bonus for making 33 starts, so that would mean he'd have to make his next one.
That would be Sunday against the Phillies. That's why there was such a to-do about hearing about him being scratched from Sunday's start against, who were they playing at home? The Mets. Supposed to start Sunday, meaning the Braves would not have to face him.
Brewers, by the way, the bases loaded in the first against Marquee and didn't score. Nate lays off.
See if he stays with a fastball, as much trouble as he's had with it.
Foul tip held onto by Baker and a strikeout. He climbed the ladder and Nate chased after it.
That's not where that was supposed to go, though, Boog. It worked because, and again, that's a place where Nate has a little trouble laying off the pitch, but this was supposed to be down and in, and it was up and away. So Johnson's mechanics are still a little bit off in that he's maybe trying to overthrow some, flying open and causing his pitches to sail up and away to lefties.
Prado with a man aboard. Slider for strike one. Martin 0 for 2.
Braves have been very resilient, and this is the first time they've been down by 3 in I don't know how long. And tonight, one of the first times they haven't scored in either the first, second, or third inning in ages too. Talked about that in the pregame show about the lack of offense for the Braves in August and September at home. And tonight, only 2 hits. Last night they won with 3.
Foul of third. Why such a discrepancy?
Hard to say. I don't, you know, it's one of those weird things that you think the guys would come home and be a little more comfortable playing at home. It's almost like they'd rather have stayed out on the road. They were playing so well on the road. Stay there and keep hacking.
Hit hard, diving stab, knocked down, and then it squirts away from Ramirez. And a base hit for Prado.
And Chipper will hit with men aboard. Hard hit indeed, Boog. Nice stop by Ramirez. He was that close to making an inning-ending brilliant play.
Mark Wiley's going to go out to the mound and talk with Josh Johnson. And Freddie Gonzalez on the phone. He's at about 80 pitches, so you got to figure that they'll start to get something going in their bullpen.
Yeah, I told you about his recent starts, and now he hasn't pitched deep into ball games. His pitch totals this month: 82, 89, 100, and 92. Brian Sanchez begins to loosen up in their pen behind him. Braves 0 for 2 tonight with runners in scoring position. 0 for 11 in the series.
The righty Sanchez and the lefty is Dan Meyer. 2 outs, 2 aboard. And the tying run at the plate, it's Chipper Jones. Fans starting to buzz a little. Ball 1.
His lack of command of the fastball might result in a mistake that leaves one out over the plate.
Got to try and get something down, though. This guy makes it tough throwing that fastball around belly button high.
Yeah, at 95, it's tough to get on top of it.
Just a simple request. Chipper, please hit a homer. Two and one.
Close. All fastballs so far, though. Baker trying to frame it, but Ed Rapawano shaking his head no.
Remember the magic the Braves have produced with 2 outs this year.
Chipper's reaction there was a little talk to himself about the way he reacted to taking that pitch. Maybe starting a little too soon. Great opportunity here.
So here we go, 3-1 with 2 aboard and 2 outs. And ball 4. They are loaded for Brian McCann. McCann a single his last time up.
Get a good pitch to hit. You can get too amped up right here. Down 3. With so much on the line. Deep breath and then just make sure you get a good pitch to hit.
Bases loaded. First one to Brian. Ball 1.
Got a mini shift on it. Well, a major shift on for him again, but this time it's Ramirez who's over behind the bag. Still room between Ramirez and Ugla. Cantu on the left side of the diamond.
This will be pitch number 25 in the inning. 2-0.
Everything to the same place with his fastball when he's missing, though. Up and away to lefties. Flying open with that front shoulder.
This is the spot, though, with the flu, etc., making him work long in one inning. You want to see how he responds. 3-0.
He really aimed that one. Taking one here. These fans that are here are making some noise. It's great to see.
Norton, Prado, and Chipper. And there's the strike. So here we go.
Small zone, middle of the plate in.
Braves the only National League team without a grand slam this year. And McCann gets under it, left side. Cantu. And that's the inning. Atlanta leaves them loaded. Johnson has to work hard. We'll go to inning number 6 here at Turner Field. And the Marlins are on top 4-1. Marlins lead the Braves 4-1. Josh Johnson able to get himself out of trouble in the bottom of the 5th. And Dan Uggla hot tonight. Couple of hits, a double his first time came in to score. And then a solo home run. Dan Uggla hitting the jackpot. His 31st. Our Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot.
Yeah, quite a night. 3 for his last 4, dating back to last night. 2 doubles and a homer.
So Uggla will face the new pitcher. It'll be Kenshin Kawakami and our Sherwin-Williams pitching change.
Kenshin hasn't been out there in 8 days. Last time he worked was in New York on the 21st, but boy, what work it was in relief of Derek Lowe. 4 innings of 1 hit, shutout ball, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and earned his first save in the major leagues. First 4-inning save for the Braves since Mark Grant in 91. Is that right?
I think it was 90.
90.
So here we go. Kawakami to the plate. And the first pitch to Uggla off the outside edge. Dan Uggla has faced Kawakami 5 times. He's 3 for 5 with a double and a homer. At this point in the year, a 3.92 ERA, I think you'd have to say that KK's American debut has been a success.
Most definitely.
You'd like maybe to have him pitch a little deeper into games and attack a little bit more, but his story really has been lack of run support.
Yeah, he's right there with Jurgens in that category. He's given up 3 runs or fewer in 18 of his last 21 starts before he went to the bullpen.
On in relief of Tim Hudson. Tim, who gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, as the Marlins lead 4-1.
Kawakami's last start was against the Florida Marlins August 31st, right before Hudson made his return. And he beat him. 6 innings, gave up only 1 run, no walks. And beat Josh Johnson. Those were in his Dragon Slayer days.
Nice pitch. Splitter right there. Uggla down on strikes, 1 away. Fans choose any 2 of the remaining 5 games tomorrow through Sunday. Get 2 tickets to each game in the field or terrace level for 50% off. Plus a free Braves cap, foam tomahawk game program, and the opportunity to purchase postseason tickets, all for $80. 404-577-9100. And get on down to Turner Field. Believe, baby. Baker laces that one over Prado.
Already his 4th hit in the series.
He's got a nice, easy swing.
Does. Good low ball hitter. Seems to have good plate coverage despite that real wide open stance.
Brett Carroll up here. Carroll 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout. He starts in right field with both Hermida and Ross hurt.
That's where I think Kawakami sneaks up on guys. They don't anticipate 92 in on their thumbs. Doesn't throw 92 every fastball, but he can when he needs to.
A liner caught by Chipper. And scrambling back to first, Baker 2 away. Chipper lunging and making the grab.
Yeah, I think he thought it was hit harder. Timing was a little off when he was catching it, trying to get ready to maybe throw to first. But an out nonetheless.
Well, look at this. Josh Johnson not going to hit, so he is done after 5. And that is a thank you very much. Gabby Sanchez will hit here. Out to short. Escobar handles it. And that's that. So Kawakami pitches around the single. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
Coors Light 6th inning, of course it is. Time now for the Coors Light freeze cam and the cold train. That young man was ready in case it got cold. What a relay by the Braves to cut down a run in the 2nd inning. Check it out. Good call, Ed Rapuano. Tag applied just before John Baker could get across. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Yeah.
He believes in a lot of things. That young man does. Hey, Sherwin-Williams pitching change. The night is over for Josh Johnson. And Brian Sanchez will take over. 45th appearance. And the righties posted a sparkling ERA 1.99.
And close to a strikeout per inning. Started the year in AAA. Called up in the middle of May.
Braves have been held to 3 hits. In Colorado, Todd Helton, an RBI single to knock in a run in the bottom of the 1st. Jason Kendall, an RBI ground out to tie the score as they go to the bottom of the 2nd. Milwaukee and Colorado tied at 1.
Good changeup, like a split finger pitch. Houston's hanging in there with Philadelphia. Philadelphia had a 5-1 lead at one point. Now it's 7-4 Phillies. They're in the 6th.
Anderson lines that one. It'll fall for a hit.
There we go.
Well, Braves hot right now. Won 7 in a row. Our Academy Sports and Outdoors leaderboard. Win percentage in September. The Yankees #1. The Braves in that 2nd spot. A's, Rockies, and Reds rounding out the top 5. Atlanta's won 15 out of 17. Unell 1 for 2. Marlins bullpen has a group of 3.85 ERA, 8 out of 16 in the NL, so middle of the pack pen, and they've had more than their fair share of troubles closing out games.
Sometimes blown saves are a little distorted because there are saves blown by a reliever in the 7th inning, not just by your closer. So if you add them all up, they actually have more blown saves than the Braves this year. You were showing that graphic with the Braves record in September, and the Braves, Chipper was pointing this out earlier today, the Braves have a winning record against all 3 division leaders if you're looking to postseason. Phillies, Cardinals, and Dodgers.
And that one hit him. Escobar hit on that elbow guard. He'll take his base, and 2 aboard and nobody out.
Here we go. Trying to get out of the way, got the guard like it's supposed to do, worked its magic. First and second, nobody out. Unell will be just fine. I was talking to Adam LaRoche's dad yesterday by the batting cage, Boog, and I was talking about the draft when so many teams wanted him as a pitcher, not a hitter. And I said, when did his swing just develop on his own, his stance, his relaxed attitude? And he said, you know, when he was a kid, about 10 or 11, he couldn't wait for the ball to get to him, and he was very tense and squeezed the bat. And he said, I told him just to lay the bat on his shoulder until the pitcher's arm came up. And he said, I think that's kind of where it all started, with that relaxed, straight up stance and quiet hands. He said, of course, he had to learn a whole lot more from other people that know more about hitting than I did when he got older. But that was what got him to quit being quite so tense at the plate.
I remember asking, when he first came up, asking a couple of different scouts, can he succeed with this stance the way it is in the major leagues? And guys said no, because they thought feet are too close together, too upright. Called strike, 1-2, tough pitch.
Big breaking ball there from Sanchez. I'm not surprised that that's the kind of report you got. He would almost seem with this stance that all he can hit is a low ball, just dropping the head of the bat on a low pitch. But he's got good coverage.
That one gets away to the backstop, and the runners advance. 2 in scoring position with nobody out.
Here we go. Base hit, hit batter, wild pitch. The wheels are coming off, Boog. Got in that Marlin bullpen. Base hit makes it a 1-run game.
2-2 with runners at second and third, nobody out. Reaches out, lifts it in the air, center field. And cutting across, Maben makes the grab and throws it in. Brett Carroll wanted to catch that ball, and I thought we were going to have a collision. I mean, he came sprinting across.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe because, again, Maben plays so deep, he just didn't think he was going to get there. But, almost squeezed it right out, anticipating a bump. Yikes. Too shallow for Anderson to score.
So Maben makes the play, and with one out, here's Diaz, 0 for 1. Matt gets into this one. Well hit. Right center field. That one back. Out of here! And we are tied. Matt Diaz the other way. And we're starting over at 4. Matty D with number 13.
Wheels are coming off. Boom.
Oh, you think they're fired up in there?
They were so fired up. Omar Infante was going against traffic. He was coming out to pinch hit, and he couldn't get out of the dugout. I beg your pardon. It's Kawakami. They had a pinch hitter out, but now it's just Kawakami who can go extra innings. No stride, low pitch, inside out stroke. See ya. Just enough. Yeah, baby. That was funny, though. I could see. I thought it was Infante who was maybe called upon late to come out and pinch hit, but it was Kawakami, and he couldn't swim upstream in that crowd.
An absolutely monstrous hit as Matt Diaz goes deep into right center field, and feeling the love from David Ross.
They heard that one all the way out in the Rocky Mountains. Wow. Just the fourth homer Sanchez has allowed.
I mean, that's it right there. That is really the type of hit that defines where this team is. Everybody's doing it.
And that snaps an 0 for 11 for Matt. Where's Kawakami in that mess?
Shallow right, Carroll. 2 down.
Matt Diaz told me a hysterical story before the game. Freddie Gonzalez is going to make a pitching change, so I'll make this quick. Diaz said there was a game in Florida where Matty was hitting everything they threw up there, and Freddie finally yelled from the dugout, "Hey, Baker, just tell him what's coming." And Matt stepped out, kind of taken aback by it. And he said, "Yeah, just tell him what's coming. We can't get him out anyway." And Baker says to him, "Well, you want to know what's coming?" And Matt said, "Well," and he's standing in the box. He goes, "No." Pitch goes by him, call strike 3. And couldn't make up his mind fast enough.
Sanchez is out, new pitcher coming in.
find his way around everybody. Here he is over here now behind Infante. So he changes directions, circles everybody. Omar's in his way. Bat Boy's in his way. And then Omar, go get him, buddy. Madhouse in there. It was awesome.
Sherwin-Williams pitching change, and Reño Pinto will take over, the left-hander, a 3.41 ERA. He'll face Nate McLeod, the 2 outs and nobody on. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the 6th. And strike 1.
Didn't you just have a feeling the way Sanchez was throwing, though? I mean, base hit, batter, wild pitch, just knew there was going to be a little something go haywire.
Sort of the way it's gone lately.
Yeah. Pinto worked here last night an inning and was very sharp, struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced. But Matt Diaz, huge hit after going 0 for his last 11.
Two balls and a strike out in Colorado. Ryan Braun has doubled. Runners at second and third. They're walking fielders, so it'll be bases loaded, 1 out in a 1-1 game. The 2-1. And Nate pulling his hands in tight.
It's a little different feeling for the guys in the black shirts right now. They were cruising along just fine with a 4-1 lead and their big horse on the mound. He's not out there anymore. And they got to start over, and it's a little unsettling for all of them. Good at bat by Nate against a very tough lefty.
Freddie Gonzalez got the jacket on, giving the signs. Brings in Pinto, but he walks the lefty. It's a little cool here tonight. Feels like October baseball.
Sure does, in more ways than one.
Prado takes a strike.
Pete Van Wieren was here tonight. Another reminder of October baseball.
Saw a lot of it. You guys together did. McLeod at first. If Nate has any type of a read on the lefty, would you think about running him here?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not, and the reason is you got Chipper in the hole, or on deck rather, and I want him to bat this inning. Martin can get a base hit or coax a walk. I want Chipper up there.
He goes, throw to second, tag, out. You were saying. McLeod gunned down, that's the inning. But a huge hit from Matt Diaz. He goes the other way, his 3-run homer, 13th of the year, and it's a 4-4 game at Turner Field. Anderson goes 5, gives up a run on 3 hits. Hudson goes 5, 4 runs on 7 hits, allowed 2 homers. Maben with that big 2-run homer, but Matt Diaz's biggest hit of the night with the Braves down 4-1. A homer to right center field off that man, Brian Sanchez, and that's where we are. And that's where they are. Brewers leading 2-1. A bases loaded walk by Jason Marquis, I believe, to Casey McGee. And a 2-1 game.
Here's that guy Coghlan. Braves got within a run in the 4th, and he led off the 5th with a walk, and then Maben hit a 2-run homer. Just tied it up, keep him off the bases.
He's tough to keep off the bases. 385 is on base coming in. Got a real good eye of the strike zone. And with the Marlins watching Cameron Maben struggle early, they had to reshift their outfield. And so Coghlan playing out of position out there in left, but he's been swinging the bat. A liner to left center field. Anderson cutting over. Can't get it. And it'll roll to the wall. Coghlan racing for second. Big turn. He'll stop there. He just has not stopped hitting. On base for the 3rd time tonight.
What is that? That ties him for the most hits by a rookie in the National League since Eddie Waitkus of the Cubs back in 1946. That's 45 hits.
And he sprays the ball all over the field.
Gap to gap. Kind of one-handed that one hopper past Prado in the 1st inning.
Now Cameron Maben now 2 out of 3, a single and a 2-run homer. And gets the bunt down, Kawakami. So a man at 3rd and 1 down. Folks, choose any 2 of the remaining 5 games tomorrow through Sunday. Get 2 tickets to each game in the field or terrace level, 50% off. Plus, you get a free Braves cap, a foam tomahawk, a game program, and the opportunity to purchase postseason tickets, all for $80. 404-577-9100. Come on down and hang out with us.
You're missing it down here if you're not here. It's exciting here at the ballpark.
So Ramirez will be intentionally passed. They set up the double play, and it'll be 1st and 3rd with 1 out for Jorge Cantu. This guy tonight is 0 for 3. Braves continue to show so much resiliency. Pitching's been there all year long, but over the course of the last 3 weeks, it has been quite a roll.
Could use a ground ball here.
Four runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Marlins. 4-5-0 for the Braves. I'm sure Kawakami, all things being equal, would prefer to be starting. But you'd have to say that despite that, he's handled this role very well.
No complaints. Stays ready and has done a good job when called upon. No action in the Braves bullpen behind him.
1-1.
Boy, what was Cantu looking for there? Mercy.
Pushes that foul. It's 1-2. Coughlin, who led off the inning with a double, he's at third. And Hanley Ramirez, the runner, at first after being intentionally walked.
We've seen Cantu already in this series chase sliders off the plate.
What do you think he's doing there? You think he's keeping Ramirez close?
I think he's just keeping an eye on Hanley, just so he doesn't try to get a big lead. Hanley swiped 26.
And a base hit left field. Coughlin will come in to score. And the Marlins lead 5-4. Reached out, kind of curled that one into left field.
I've seen several Marlins do this tonight. Not a bad pitch. Probably wasn't a strike. It was low, but it was out where he could just drop the bat on it, and he magic wands this one in between the left side. Could have easily have gone right at someone.
So first and second, still only one out with the Marlins back on top. And Glode is late. This is a tough lineup to deal with. It's not at full strength right now, but it's a good lineup. No Nick Johnson and no Cody Ross.
They all swing it. They go up there hacking. Makes them all dangerous.
Braves have O'Flaherty and Medlin up in the bullpen. Kawakami ahead 0-2. McLeod. And tagging and moving to third is Ramirez. He's in safely. And on his heels, Cantu. Both runners move up. Good job by Cantu.
It was. He was watching the throw to see if it was going to be cuttable. It wasn't. It was airmailed over Escobar. Now, is that a bad thing? Yeah, it is, to overthrow the cutoff man. But Dan Uggla's up next. Just gives the Braves an opportunity to put him on. So in some ways, Cantu's aggressiveness and good base running took the bat right out of his hands. Uggla's. But again, on an 0-2 count, too good a pitch to hit, and Glode got a pretty good piece of that.
So Baker's scheduled. We'll see if they let Baker face Kawakami. Nope, Bobby Cox out of the dugout. And we'll go lefty on lefty in this spot. Cox going to make the move to the pen. And we've got a pitching change at Turner Field. Marlins by a run. And the right-hander gives way to the left-hander. Our Sherwin-Williams pitching change, and it is Eric O'Flaherty.
He's had a couple 3 days rest. Remember, he came in to finish up that game in Washington and was victimized by some swinging bunts. Cost him a couple of runs when the Braves beat the Nats 11-4. Warming up, he was fired one to the backstop and didn't look all that accurate. Doesn't have any room to put anyone on here, so he's got to go after Baker.
Baker 2 out of 3 tonight. And strike one to the catcher.
5 for 32, that 156 average against left-handed pitchers.
So they don't even let him do it that much.
No.
Good pitch, quickly 0-2.
I'm guessing that Freddie Gonzalez is saying, I want to leave him in there for defense. We've already got the lead. I got the lead back.
They're all loaded up. And a little roller out to second. Prado. That's the inning. O'Flaherty does his job, but the Marlins pick up a run. Cantu an RBI single. Time to stretch. Braves down a run. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Here at Turner Field, we go to the bottom of the 7th. The Marlins have out-hit the Braves tonight, 10-5, lead at 5-4. John Shelby and Joe Simpson with you on a cool night. Feels like October baseball. And you got to believe the Braves have won 7 in a row, 15 of 17. And have the best record in the National League since June 28th. Trying to track down the Colorado Rockies, who lead in the wild card standings by 2. Braves down to their final 9 outs. And Pinto on the hill against Prado. Ball 1 to Martin. Prado, Jones, McCann here in the last of the 7th. Good slider right there, 1-1.
Kind of like one of those Mike Gonzalez off-speed breaking pitches.
1-2 now. Josh Johnson started, went 5, and gave up 1 run for the Marlins. Tim Hudson for the Braves went 5 and gave up 4, including a pair of homers.
He went 5 innings to Johnson, though, and left 6 men on base, including the bases loaded in his last inning. So it's not like he waltzed through the Braves.
Prado asks for time, now digs back in. Whoa. I mean, Baker basically diving after that one.
His mask almost came off.
Pinto ready. The 2-2. Got him swinging. So 1 away, folks. The Atlanta Braves Foundation will host a donation drive before every game during the remaining home games. The Braves are asking fans to contribute any of the following: monetary donations, gift cards, hygiene items, school supplies, non-perishable foods, or baby items. Also, Tim Hudson will sign autographs Friday afternoon in Monument Grove to help collect new books for Clarkdale Elementary in Cobb County, a school severely impacted by the floods. Bring 5 new children's books or $20 to get an autograph and all that. Braves Foundation helping out in terms of flood relief. And the Braves Foundation making a $25,000 donation to help flood victims.
That was the elementary school. It was virtually underwater. The whole school. Chipper's only 1 for 9 against this guy in his career, and behind 0-2 already.
He is one of those crossfire guys. Step to his left, throw to his right, but you'd think the righties would get a good look at him.
You'd think they'd have a little better shot at him, but Martin chased a bad ball up. He got ahead in the count on him, and now he's ahead on Chipper. Great big guy. He throws hard.
And exactly the opposite of what you'd think. So here we go, 3-2. What was it you said? A walk is a rally.
Walk is a rally. Walker base hit. Here we go.
Chipper's walked twice tonight. He's also grounded to second. Pinto, payoff pitch. Got him swinging.
Off speed. Wow. Got Prado upstairs, got Chipper down.
Tough pitch.
Yeah, a very tough one to lay off because you're seeing the ball so well coming toward the middle of the plate, and then it just bites down and in. You go over the top of it. Very good pitch from Pinto. Shift on for McCann.
Marlins got Reniel Pinto in the Juan Pierre trade. We've talked about it. December of 05. Me trading Nolasco and this guy for Juan Pierre in a steal of a deal by Larry Beinfest.
I don't think Pinto liked Brian stepping out on him, so he's going to take his time now.
Check swing. And then the appeal to Joe West, who confirms Ed Rapuano's no.
Stopped it. Well, not quite that short, Brian, but yeah, you stopped it right.
Too high. "5-4 game. We're in the seventh with 2 outs. And the base is empty. Pinto has struck out the first 2 in the inning. And he's fallen behind McCann 3-1.
Brian likes the ball a little bit away from him, a little above the knees, and that's where he ought to be looking, right here. Don't swing anything else. Ooh.
3-2.
It's all right. I mean, it's not all right that he called it a strike. It's just all right that you didn't hack at it because you weren't going to do anything with this pitch. Generous call, but coming from the left-hander, might have caught a corner. Especially with Pinto's crossfire.
3-2 with 2 outs. And McCann will take his base. So with 2 outs, a man aboard. And Garrett Anderson will come up to hit. Braves down a run.
You know, we showed you those splits, lefties and righties, and it's funny. He's faced 2 left-handers and walked them both. Faced 2 right-handers and struck them out.
So we'll see what happens with Garrett Anderson. Garrett last night with a sac fly knocked in a run and then a single in the 8th. And that run eventually came in to score. Tonight a sac fly and a single. And he's also scored a run. Takes strike 1.
Mike Gonzalez will come in the 8th.
Line drive, slicing into left center field, base hit. McCann around second. Bryan will make his way to third. Tried to sneak the fastball by Anderson, and Garrett wasn't having it.
Just needs 2 more hits for 2,500 in his career. He took the first fastball, but not this one. Out on his front foot a little bit, but kept his hands back and placed it perfectly. And again, Pinto has not retired a left-handed batter.
And a meeting out there on the mound as Mark Wiley gathers everybody in.
Well, all year long, if you needed a run driven in, whether there was nobody out or 2 out, you wanted Yunel Escobar up there. He's been phenomenal in this situation. You'd like it to be with 1 out or nobody out so that a sac fly might deliver him, but it'll take a hit here.
Leads the NL, only Jason Bartlett with the Rays at 381 is higher in the majors. Back to the mound. And that's the inning. Braves leave a couple. We've played 7 here at Turner Field. A tight one here tonight. It's 5-4.
5th. That made it 4-1 Fish. But then in the 6th inning, Matt Diaz off of Brian Sanchez the other way. 3-run jack to tie the game. That tie was short-lived as the Marlins were able to come back against Kenshin Kawakami, and a one-handed swing by Jorge Cantu played it Chris Coughlin, who's been on base 3 times tonight and scored twice. 5-4 Fish.
And here at Turner Field, a new pitcher, Mike Gonzalez. Sherwin-Williams pitching change. Good numbers for Gonzo. It'll be Carroll, the pitcher spot, and then Coughlin. And Wes Helms has a bat. He's in the on-deck circle. Out in Colorado, that game is in the bottom of the 5th, and Milwaukee leading the Rockies 2-1. Little roller up along first. McCann. Tell you one thing Brian, in my mind, doesn't get enough credit for: his ability to jump on those balls around the plate, up the line, and steady himself and throw accurately to first or to any base.
He's as good as any catcher in the league at this. And a lot of times he has to go down the third base line and throw blindly to first, and he makes that play great.
Brett Hayes is going to hit here. So Hayes, their third catcher. Mike Gonzalez got that Cobra thing working, and gets a big swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Sounded like he broke his bat. Chipper handles the chance and throws him out.
Soft hands there. To his left, and ball came up a little bit. Nice play.
It's one of those things too, I think, that gets a little overlooked, but over the course of this stretch, when you win, 15 of 17, the best record since June 28th, they've been playing very good defense.
They haven't done anything to beat themselves.
Yeah.
They make the other team make mistakes. They've got to figure out something on this guy, though. Coughlin is eating them up.
They need to get in line.
Yeah. Good point.
Driven well right field. Diaz back, and it's off the wall. And Coughlin's got himself a double. It's his third hit of the night.
Where's this guy been? I mean, some people might say, hey, why did Tommy Hanson not get called up till May or late May and June? Where's this guy been?
He was considered their 9th best prospect coming into the year, according to Baseball America. Went to Ole Miss. He was a supplemental pick in 2006. He played third base in college. As a pro, he's been a second baseman. That's a good pitch from Gonzalez, 0-2.
Obviously, you can't afford to give him any more. He's got to get this guy, who's already had a good night himself, a couple of hits, including a big 2-run homer.
Got to keep Coughlin right there at second. 0-2.
Maben's base hit in the third inning against Tim Hudson. It was like he was hanging over the plate looking for that cutter or slider. Pulled it in the hole. Good pitch there to stand him up, maybe move him off the plate a little bit.
And we'll see if he comes back with fastball or breaking ball. Coughlin out there at second in scoring position.
But you want this guy. You don't want Hanley Ramirez batting this inning.
Got him swinging. Big strikeout. Gonzalez pitches around. The double will go to the bottom of the eighth. The Braves down a run and down to their final 6 outs. It's a 5-4 game here at Turner Field. Sports South, presented in part by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the low price, every day. Here at Turner Field tonight, we go to the bottom of the eighth. Marlins 5 and the Braves 4. John Shambi and Joe Simpson with you. And time for our Geico quote of the day. Peter Moylan. This time of year, the only thing I'm worried about is the record of our team. I haven't felt like this. I've never had the nervousness, the adrenaline pumping, the first through the 6th inning. It's crazy. This is the reason you play. It's awesome.
I love it. I love hearing a guy talk about actually being nervous and being antsy and having the adrenaline pumping, because that's what it's about.
He's been a big part of this run. Peter Moylan's been one of the best relievers in the National League since the All-Star break. Seven, 8, 9 scheduled against Brendan Donnelly. Our Sherwin-Williams pitching change and the veteran on.
He hurt himself against Atlanta. Went on the disabled list with a strained calf muscle. He's been on some winning clubs, the Red Sox, the Angels. Gives you a lot of motion. That was his off-speed pitch, a changeup at 84. He can pump it up over 90. Doesn't throw as hard as he used to when he was 95, 96, but so much motion, it's hard not to get caught up in it.
Two and two now as LaRoche gets a piece. Yeah, the delivery's got a real violence to it. A herky-jerkiness, if you will, Joe.
Yeah, that's a good call.
The leg goes up. He kind of rocks back. Braves need base runners or a base runner.
Base hit, ball 4.
Baker asks for time. Diaz in the on deck circle. He has the biggest Braves hit of the night. Popped up, back out of play.
Hey, he hasn't gotten to 90 yet, Foog, but he's been in on Adams. Adams been late, fought that one off. That pitch at 88.
Blew it past him, 91, and a strikeout to start the 8th. One away, Matt Diaz coming to the plate, and our Air Tran, how far did it fly home run. Diaz into right center field, 397 feet, according to the guru Laser Baker. And our Air Tran, how far did it fly?
That tied the game, but the Marlins came back and got a run in the top of the 7th. And that's where we are with the Braves needing a run to tie.
That was in the 6th. And all the way to the backstop. Any type of rally hat will do. It's a big college thing. Did you guys do that when you were at Oklahoma, the rally cap?
No, I don't think that had been invented just yet.
Two and 0. The update from Coors Field.
Left-hander doing a number on him so far. 3-hitter, Narveson.
Chris Narveson. Diaz takes a strike. Donnelly ready.
There was another one over 90. That was 91.
Diaz in the air, right center field. Got under this one just a bit, and Carroll makes the grab.
Boy, are they deep. Got a pitch to hit too. Just got under it a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he got a pretty good piece of the bat on it.
Yeah,
just under.
Omar had a big hit in Washington the other day in that 10th inning win. Be virtually impossible to hit a ball over any of their outfielders' heads and have it still stay in the ballpark.
Yeah, it's over their heads. It's over the wall.
It's blowing out a little to right. Need a little 2-out lightning here in the 8th.
Little low, and now 2-1. Braves have had some chances in the 7th with 2 outs, had 2 aboard, but Escobar tapped back to the pitcher to end the inning, had him loaded with 2 outs in the 5th, and left him loaded. Braves have left 8 on base tonight. 3-1 now.
Said this before, 3-1 count, especially with 2 out, nobody on. Trying to get on base any way you can is the potential tying run. Got to make sure you get a good pitch to hit, shrink your strike zone a little bit. Martin likes the ball middle in.
And a slider. And 3-2 to Infante.
They've done that a couple of times tonight. Josh Johnson did that tonight once. 3-1 breaking ball. I said Martin, I meant Omar, of course.
Medlin on the left, Soriano on the right. So here we go. 3-2, 2 outs, bases clear. And a base hit to right field. Infante with 2 outs is aboard.
Good at bat. Something off speed, and he just took it the other way.
Continues his success in a pinch.
And it was because it was up that he was able to do that. Got out on his front foot, but his hands didn't go with him. Omar's got good speed. Gapper here could tie it up.
Strike 1. Nate's 0 for 2. He's been on twice.
Outfield still deep. Coughlin's moved over away from the line a little bit. He's a little shallower than he was. But the advantage here is that on the crack of the bat, Infante can take off. Donnelly's had to work 20 pitches, 10 strikes, 10 balls. Any kind of rally cap.
I thought those were rally visors for a second. Here's a 1-1. Runner on the go. Little action for the Braves.
Ooh, good jump too. Nate got a good pitch to hit, or like Omar had that one stolen.
Now he's got to protect. Donnelly ahead. And McLeod wouldn't bite. That's a pitch, as you mentioned, he's susceptible to.
And they tried to get him to go after it again, and he didn't.
Fonte at first, and the 2-2. He chased that time. A strikeout that ends the inning. And the Braves leave a man. Atlanta has left 9 here tonight. We'll go to the 9th. It's a 1-run game. And back in the 3rd inning, Ryan McCann helping to deliver our Wendy's way better play of the game. As Mack gunned down Cameron Maben trying to steal. Good tag by Prado. Got him on the backside before Maben could get the base. Our Wendy's way better play. So Bryant now will work with Chris Medlin, who takes over from Mike Gonzalez. We're in the 9th. And the Marlins lead it 5-4. Out in Colorado, Todd Helton an RBI double. Brewers have gone to the pen. And in the 6th, it's a 2-2 game. The Brewers and the Rockies. Medlin to Ramirez. And a curve off the plate.
Chris Medlin. I'm not sure. I got to double check this. Notes say he hasn't pitched since the 20th against Philadelphia. Did he not pitch on the road trip?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Wow.
Popped up. LaRoche. Diaz long run. Mack coming, and that'll fall in foul ground. Long run for Matt Diaz. 1 and 2 on the shortstop. It'll be Ramirez, then Cantu, then Glow.
Phillies beat Houston. They reduced their magic number down to 3, I believe. Might be 2.
At 7-4 the final. Pedro Feliz hit a grand slam in that one. Towards third. Chip around the backhand. 1 away. Medlin gets the leadoff man. Marlins leading by a run. It was a 4-1 game in the bottom of the 6th. Matt Diaz with a huge 3-run homer to tie it at 4. But the Marlins came right back and got an RBI single from Jorge Cantu. And that's the difference in the game. Cantu, a single to left his last time up. He's 1 for 4. And that single scored Chris Coghlan. It feels like Chris Coghlan, when these teams have gotten together, has been on base 3 times every single game.
I agree. 3 hits and a walk tonight. 2 hits last night.
Very impressive.
Chris Medlin, when you haven't pitched in as long as he has, come out throwing strikes. Staying ready is part of it.
That one towards right center field. Diaz coming on. And 2 up, 2 down. A reminder tomorrow on Sports Out, the Braves push for the postseason continues. And we'll be right here as the Braves take on the Marlins from Turner Field, available in sparkling high definition. Coverage starts at 6:30. Fred Hickman, Brian Jordan, Jerome Jurinovich. Braves live on Sports South. This is our team. A strike to Ross Glode, who's been held hitless tonight, 0 for 4. A liner to left. Anderson coming on, makes the grab. Medlin gets them 1, 2, 3. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. The big boys coming up. Prado, Chipper, and McCann. 5-4 Marlins. Wins when trailing after 8. 5-4 game. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and some changes for the Marlins and Freddie Gonzalez. Wes Helms, the former Brave, into the game at third base. Jorge Cantu across the diamond over to first as Glode exits the game. And a new pitcher into the game for the Marlins, Leo Nunez, and our Sherwin-Williams pitching change.
Ton of strikeouts, also quite a few walks for Leo Nunez, and he's had a bunch of blown saves, both as a closer and as a setup man. 24 of 31 in the save category, but his last time out against the Mets, picked up a loss, worked an inning, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs, 2 walks, Let's take a couple of runs right here.
So here's Prado to start it off. And a strike to Martin. Back into the bullpen has been a source of consternation for the Marlins. Remember, Matt Lidstrom was their closer to begin. He struggled. Another strike and quickly 0-2. Prado, Chipper Jones, and Brian McCann here in the bottom of the ninth.
Just need a base runner. Get a base runner on, put some pressure on their defense, put some pressure on Nunez. Give him something else to think about. Don't let him coast.
Little tapper towards third. Helms, bare hand play, safe at first, and they got the base runner.
I hate that head first slide, but that took a lot of guts for Martin Prado to do that. Remember last year he did that and tore ligaments in his thumb.
I'm with you, it's scary.
But he was not going to be denied, and he reaches. Didn't jab his hand into the bag that time. Tying run on.
Kind of went over the bag with the side of his body. So here's Chipper. Man at first, nobody out. Good swing.
He's had some good swings in the past week to 10 days. Throwing the big end of that bat out there.
Prado at first. Chipper with a big home run last night. Foul tipped into the mitt of Baker.
Late on that one. 94 up above his hands. That one had something on it. It just was under it.
Inside, 1-2. Nunez falling all over the place after releasing the pitch. Well, Prado did his job. He got on.
Got to get him around.
1-2 to Chipper. And he got a piece. That one was up, and it was at 96.
High target. That's exactly where Baker wanted it, but Chipper spoiled it. These fans that are here into it.
On their feet. Over 28,000 here tonight. Little bouncer. Ugla steps on the bag. Over to first. Double play. And the Braves are down to their final out.
Got him to roll over the top. Hate to say that a strikeout's better, but a strikeout would have been better. Start all over, another rally.
McCann 1 out of 3 with a walk. 5-4 Marlins. And now 2-0. In Colorado, a sacrifice fly has given the Rockies a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 6th.
First batter that's really gotten ahead of Nunez here.
Little low.
They've done that all night. 2-0 sliders, 2-0 breaking pitches, 3-1 breaking pitches. Brian didn't offer.
Got a strike, 3-1.
Their outfielders a step or two off the warning track. Dan Ugla 10 steps out behind the infield dirt with the shift on.
McCann lifts it in the air. Ramirez backpedaling, makes the call and the grab, and that's the game. And the Braves' 7-game win streak comes to an end. Tough one here tonight, 5-4 the final, as the Braves fall to the Marlins. Just couldn't quite come up with enough offense here. Cameron Maybin a big night, and Jorge Cantu with a big hit late. Chris Coughlin on base 4 times